Bye. Thank you all for coming.
I've never seen her like...
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not talking to you. It's my dance company. It's my business.
Excuse me?
You never let me speak.
It doesn't matter. You don't.
You poured water on me.
I'm done. I am done.
Your problem is you create trouble. You create
I don't think that
drama.
I create trouble.
You create chaos wherever you
I feel
go.
that you
I don't
see
care
me.
what you feel.
There were names called, things said that didn't need to be said.
I know, but you said get out, then you didn't get out. She said
I
it
know.
like 20 times.
I wanted Sarah to dance.
Michelle, the problem is that Michelle's a studio hopper.
Right.
I'm not a studio
She's
hopper.
hopped
I went
all
to
over
two.
studios from Pittsburgh.
I did not.
Let's talk about it. Tammy. And nobody else is speaking. It's just me. This is why everybody thinks I have a big mouth.
Where you're not allowed to say Tammy.
Am I finished now? Do I get to leave? I think I do. Bye. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for a great season. I don't even know what just happened.
Can we all
This
leave
is
then?
so typical.
Abby, why don't you come back?
Abby, just finish this. Let's go.
Why are you leaving?
Where you're not allowed to say Tammy.
You gotta make me walk in this?
Abby.
I don't understand why you're
Abby,
leaving.
come on. We're almost done. Just finish this. What are you doing?
Because you're so stupid. Why would you open your mouth
I'm
like
not
that?
stupid.
She can't even say my kid's name right. Do I care if she's leaving?
I've never seen her like...
She does it all the
storm off.
time.
Does she do it all the time?
All the time.
I'm finished.
We can't do this without you. You know that, right?
What just happened?
It's her rival studio. We know that if we say the name of the studio, that she leaves.
If we say Tammy, or the name of her rival studio, Studio 19,
Sure.
we are like,
Abby, you can't leave.
This is the United States of America. Try to hold me.
Abby, I don't even understand why you're leaving.
I just asked that police officer if I had to stay, and he said no.
Ashley, do you want to see where Abby was?
Me? Why?
Because she really wants to be you at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
I know.
maybe have the same initials, right?
Yeah, I know. You did say that, right?
So if we can, ladies, I want to... What happened when you went out there?
She's gone.
She's upset.
Left.
She's upset.
I don't even know why
But
she's upset.
specifically because of the rival studio talk?
Correct.
Because she said her name.
Because I said Tammy's name.
So why can't we talk about that?
Because
They're gonna
I'm
see all
not
that.
going to be on a show where you're talking about someone that is potentially a competitor in Pittsburgh.
Will you come back and just say, put an end to it, and let's move on?
No.
It's another day at the office, guys. Another day at the office.
What do you want to say then?
We don't discuss it.
Then let's say it.
I'm not saying another word.
You're just gonna sit there and
Sit
not
there.
speak? Okay. I can't make you speak.
Back. Guys. Welcome to the ALDC. Jay.
Oh, hi. Protect me, please. I've had it with this.
I didn't do anything wrong, officer. I did not do anything wrong.
Sabotage.
Guys, Abby's coming back in the building.
Oh, yay!
Can you tell everyone to clear the way so I can get walking?
One door, Abby door, Abby door.
Hi!
Are you ready?
I was born ready, babe. I'm always ready.
Yes, here we go.
I don't think our friendship is based on fear. I really don't.
It's not with me.
You said we're afraid. If Abby says something, that trumps our friendship. I'm afraid of consequences.
That she'll do to our kids.
Like if Abby
It's
says...
the same thing. Same thing. You're afraid of Abby because she has power over your kids, so you're afraid of her. Abby is Abby, and Abby likes to rule the world, and that's how Abby is, right?
I don't think the world. I think my dance studio and my dance company and the children's futures.
And when you see Abby
Yes.
doing something wrong, you will not stand up and say, Holly, you're right, Abby was wrong. You're silent. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's take a look at one of the more heated moments this season between the three of you. Take a look at this.
You are a liar. An absolute liar. And you sit there and all of you women stand here as you're cowards.
I wasn't
You're
there.
cowards. You know would never lie, and you let those women stand here and lie.
All right, so Melissa and Jill, she called you cowards in that clip. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not a coward. I am grateful for the opportunities.
That's not what a coward is. When all the moms are together, you're like, Holly, you're right. But when it comes time when you're in front of Abby, you're like, oh no,
Do you know what
Holly's
we said?
wrong.
She needs to
I'm
cool
not
down.
asking to fight a Nia battle.
You
This
never
is not
let
just
me
about
speak.
Nia. Because you talk about stuff that's nonsense.
No, it's
not relevant.
You
But
never
it's
let
not,
me speak
because
I know you think you're more educated because you even told your daughter that, and Jill heard you.
I did not.
Just go.
I did not. I did not. I did not. So don't
You
lie.
told our kids.
Don't-
I'm not lying. Liar. You didn't. You said you told your daughter that our kids are simple.
I did not. I did not.
Jill heard it.
I don't want
Jill,
to get
Jill,
into that.
Jill,
No,
do not even go there.
I
did not say
I won't
that.
go there
Let's
because
move
it was
on.
in a
Do
different
not
context.
talk about Nia and something that she said, and I said, I did not say that. You know what? Stop. Because that's not right, and it's not true.
We just asked you to back off, and we know that you're a very strong woman. I'm not a strong woman like you. I'm going to admit it. My kids would not be here without the Abby Lee Dance Company.
You know what? I've said the same thing. I've given this woman tons of credit.
I know you have.
I consistently, giving her credit for these opportunities does not negate the things that she says that are wrong.
But Holly, that's what I'm saying. There's a million dance studios in this country.
Abby, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going. If your goal is to get rid of every other original member of the team, forget it. I'm not going anywhere.
Then
Right
stop
there.
complaining and shut your mouth.
No. Yes, I won't back down.
She doesn't know her place, though, as a woman. That's
you
the
know
problem.
what? My place? You don't put me in my place.
Nope.
That's
Her place
wrong.
is wherever she wants to be.
Standing outside a casting director screaming and yelling is not appropriate.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that you do too that's not appropriate, Abby.
And you know what, Abby? My issue is this.
Oh, you have lots of issues.
I'm
I don't
not
really care.
complaining.
I
I'm
don't
taking
care.
action.
I
I
don't
am
care.
taking action.
Well,
And
take
it's
your
not-
action right out the door.
I am not. My action is when you're not delivering on what you're supposed to do as a manager, I will take the action on my own as a momager.
That's fine. That's fine.
Where do we go from here with you two? Is it possible for you two to find a way to work together for the sake of Chloe?
Oh, she doesn't care about Chloe. She's made that perfectly clear since day one. So here's the thing.
In fact, I love how I go in and change every one of Chloe's dance to make them better.
No,
and
you
to,
don't. You take stuff out to ensure she doesn't win. Oh my
No.
God,
But let's talk
you're
about
so
that. Let's
foolish.
talk about that.
People don't
I
understand
want to give you a
that.
chance.
She still represents me no matter what.
But tell us,
Okay.
tell us how you feel about Chloe.
She's a beautiful dancer. She's a beautiful girl.
So you do.
Polite, nice.
And why are you so awful to her if she's a polite night kid?
I'm not.
You
It's a TV
are,
show.
Abby. Everyone in America sees how you treat that kid. And you see how she treats Nia, and you see how she treats Kendall.
All right, well, let's put a pin in that discussion right here. Do you think that there's a chance that Kalani could beat Maddie?
Oh, absolutely. And I think Abby knows that. And that's why when Kira asked for that point blank, Abby made up every reason in the book why they couldn't compete against each other. But it was okay the week before that she put Chloe against Kalani.
Is there any reason that you don't want Maddie to lose other than just the competition? I mean, don't you think that would be healthy for her?
When you see a kid that just works that hard
They
together,
all work hard, Abby.
well, your child misses class.
I can't wait for the other mothers to get out here and call you out on all the things that you make up about our children.
We have one teacher, James. He hasn't seen Chloe all year.
You're flat out lying. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Because that is not true.
I think she missed 13 times.
See how envious she is of a 12-year-old little girl? Can't
Not at all, not at
stand
all.
it.
I would not want you for a mother. My mother was a sweet, kind, wonderful woman. Your kid has to live with you and hear that F word all the time.
So, Christy, how do you think Melissa factors into
Can you
this
play
whole...
the clip where she says the F word 11 times at
You
the
know
front
what?
desk?
And you know what's funny is that Christy Ray came in and said the F word. Kira says the F word. That new team you brought in said the F word. But when me and Kelly and I say it, it's blasphemy. So what was
I want to change gears a little bit and talk about the fact that there seems to be a lot of competition between you and Melissa. And you have always said that Melissa is in this for herself.
Oh yeah, I said Melissa was a liar from the beginning.
Explain to us what it was that happened.
When Paige and Chloe had a duet in New York, they brought Kalani secretly to come to New York to compete with Maddie. The problem was the lies. And Chloe had said to Maddie, "Are you doing your duet?" And Maddie's like, "No. We're not doing it at this competition." They're teaching Maddie to lie you are teaching her to lie. And that is a shame because she's a good
Oh, and
kid.
you're so good at teaching Chloe that yourself.
So let's get Melissa out here because I really want to hear what she has to say. Come on out. Welcome, Melissa.
You know what? I think you need to get Jill out here too, because I'm not sitting here fighting with Abby and Melissa, because nobody ever has my back, Jeff. Holly too, because Holly's been on the short end of the stick this season, just like the rest of us. 'Cause I'm sick and tired of battling alone. Let me know, let me know when Jill and Holly get here, because you people put me in this situation all the time. I'm done, I'm done.
I guess she needs us.
She is like twisted.
I want Holly too. It's a team. I'm done fighting that woman on my own.
Christy's back. She's got Jill and Holly.
I'm done fighting these battles because everyone sitting here knows it's true.
So, Melissa, did you hear what Christy said about you and the lie, and whether or not you are teaching Maddie to lie?
I'm not teaching my daughter to lie. Chloe asked Maddie if she was doing the duet at the studio, not at the competition, and Maddie knew nothing about it at the studio. Nothing.
But here's the thing, Maddie knew. It just would have made everything...
So you're calling my daughter a liar, but she's not
No,
lying.
I'm not. I think she knew. I think Abby and you both are allowed her to not tell.
It's my dance company, it's my business. Who dances is up to me, period.
That may be true, but you also, you know, you're applauding, but if that was your child, how would you feel? If that was your child and your child was ambushed by a teammate, not knowing.
Holly, there could have been 1,000 other dances in the Bronx
but
in the competition that were better than that.
Not from their team. Paige and Chloe came in second. They could have won for your team. It still is your name and reputation winning that competition.
But every other time in the past, we wanted to secure the win. It
Well,
was
you
them.
know what? Had you not done it, Chloe and Paige came in second. They would have secured your win.
Their history proves that they don't.
They did it. Doesn't matter.
They got lucky.
Oh, see, they got lucky. See how that woman is?
Because usually, and I don't want to mention the child's name, when they have a solo and a duet and a group dance, something goes haywire and they bail and they don't end up, they run off the stage and forget the dance. So, oh well, that's history.
Have a little faith, Abby. Have a little faith.
You're gonna put your quarterback in to play in the Super Bowl that's never played a game, or you're gonna put the guy with 5 rings?
So look, I want to get right to it. Last season, the biggest, most explosive moment the fans saw was an altercation between you and Kathy that got physical, let's say. Kathy, when you look back at that footage and you see yourself hitting Abby with a purse, what do you think?
First of all, I don't consider that a hit. It was a swat. And the purse was this big. It was a little patent leather purse, and I'm sure that Abby's flu shot hurt a heck of a lot worse than the little swat.
And what do you think?
Oh, before she comments, I want to add that the reason that happened was because she threw water on me.
Is that true? You did throw water on her.
No, I did not throw water on her. If I would have thrown water on her, I would have hit her right in the face.
Okay, so the sprinkler system was going off.
No,
Is that what it was?
I took a bottle of water that I had been drinking earlier, and I said, let's see if she melts.
No,
As
that's not
in
how it went.
The Wicked Witch. And the force of the water inside the bottle shoved the cap off the bottle. You clearly hear me apologize immediately and say, I'm sorry,
Oh,
I did
no.
not mean that to happen.
You did not apologize.
And then this psychotic goes off and smacks me in the back with a
Swat,
pocketbook.
I swatted you, and
Doesn't
it probably
matter.
didn't
When
even
you-
hurt.
when you strike another
it probably
person,
didn't even hurt.
you have crossed the
well,
line.
then you shouldn't throw
End.
water at people, whether you want to play around and say that you want to see if the Wicked Witch is going to melt or not. So if you would have never done that, none of this would have happened, and I would not have to talk to the back of your head all the time.
Melissa took pictures of my bruises.
Oh, you hardly had bruises. You act as though this 90-pound weakling beat you up.
Kathy, then you came swinging at me.
After you poured, listen.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. You poured water on me.
You beat up Abby.
When did you become her bodyguard? You should have just sat down and let Abby and I finalize what was going on. You did not need to get involved.
Well, I think we can all agree that hitting and throwing water, those things probably shouldn't happen in the future.
Yes.
All right, let's see what the audience has to say.
Hi, my question's for Abby. So Abby, in Detroit, you told Kathy to go to hell. I was just wondering if you've ever said anything that you regret in front of the kids.
No.
Oh.
On any normal given day, I don't normally swear.
But because I showed up in a limo and she was upset and jealous and rattled, she had to swear.
I have a driver pick me up in every single airport for every promotion I do for Dance Moms. That's not a big deal.
Then start taking your team that way. instead of making them go by themselves.
I don't need to take my team that way.
Why? Why can't you do something nice for them once in a while?
Yeah, but you came out and you wanted to rub it in all of our faces.
Well, does she
I
not?
do not solicit
Does she
students.
not? Neither do I. Do you know something I don't know? How do I solicit those students?
I know that every single one of those boys would rather be dancing for me.
Oh, I don't think so, Abby.
So you said that you felt betrayed by Holly. Why?
When Nakaya first walked into the studio, how Nia's face just lit up. And it wasn't because there's a new dancer. She lit up because, wow, there's another one of me here. There was another black person there. And I just think that was special. And I would think that you would embrace that there's more diversity on the team, that you would have been more accepting of Nakaya, whether we stalked Abby, if that's her word, whatever the case is, I think that you would have had my back more. And it's kind of like you. I'm not talking to you. I am not. Please hold on. Please don't make me go there.
You know what,
because
this is
maybe
speak.
you don't treat them like that. But when I was at the convention and I was watching how things were going down, I see how your girls kind of get into their little clique and they exclude Nia. I don't think you see that because you said once upon a time that used to be the case. That is what. No. She probably is there. But I'm telling you what I saw.
Let's let Holly respond.
I agree. I said from the very beginning, Nia did light up when Nakaya entered the studio because there are times that she feels like she's the only one. There are things that are just unique and different, like as simple as her hair. That's a big issue for Nia. And so I think that's a wonderful thing. And although I will say it was great for Nia to have someone who I think she could relate to on some level, which is very good, I am not just because someone, judging by the color of someone's skin, I'm going to say, okay, automatically you get a pass because you're a good person. I want to see the content of your character first before I judge you based on the color of your skin. In the dressing room, when we had that huge eruption, that was something out of some 70s B movie. To me, it was very stereotypical, and I had not seen that side of you that reflected that behavior.
Because at that point, when I stepped outside into the hallway for something, and I hear them in there talking about me saying, well, she probably can't even afford to pay our tuition, she's a single mom with 4 kids, things like that I hear, yes, that pushed me to that point. Because that's not something that should have been discussed.
You guys have been dancing together for a while. Do you guys ever get mad at each other?
We sometimes just get annoyed by each other because we're with each other
Way too much. Yeah.
Way too much.
So it must be kind of hard for especially you two, since you guys are like sisters.
If you were me and your sister was Maddie, you would not want to be with your sister every second of the day.
Is it kind of hard always being compared to Maddie McKenzie?
I don't really like being compared to Maddie because I want to be my own self. I don't want to be just like Matt. I don't want to be just like Maddie. I want to be Mackenzie, not Maddie, because she's like, you have to dance like Maddie. I said, well, what are you doing?
Nothing, I'm not doing anything.
And I said, well, I want to dance like me.
I always take control over her because I'm the older sister, and I boss her around, and I mean, I just
You
wanna
admit
make her,
it.
Yeah, I know.
You admit it.
They have very different
I just
styles
want
of
to make her
dance.
amazing.
Maddie's like lyrical and you're like
Afro.
I'm like hip hop.
I remember that time when Abby put Maddie against Mackenzie at the last minute.
Mackenzie had a solo the one week, and one of our rivals was there, and she was like 2 years older than Mackenzie, and it wasn't fair. Miss Abby didn't want Mackenzie to lose, so she stuck me in the competition.
I thought I was gonna win, but then Maddie had to win because she...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I won. Okay, well, let's take a look.
Mackenzie did fabulous, then this is Mackenzie's day.
But it's not Mackenzie's day because you took it away from her. You never stand up for her. You're like, it's more important for Maddie to dance than to protect Mackenzie. If I were Melissa, I would say, it's not Maddie's week to do a solo. She just robbed Mackenzie of any chance she had of a solo at Nationals. I heard her in the hall say, oh, it's always about Maddie. And you're like, no, Kenzie, it's not about, but it is because you never open your mouth and protect Mackenzie.
Okay, so
Getting feisty in here.
So Mackenzie, how does that make you feel?
Well,
It's in the past. It's in the past.
no. I
No.
still think about it. So, well, this is kind of weird, but I kind of agree with Christy
Really?
for the first time.
Well, I actually have a question about the whole situation. Quarter B tweeted, Mackenzie, do you feel like Abby and sometimes even your mom favor Maddie? You can be honest.
What are you looking at me for?
Don't even say it, because it's
Say what you want to say. It's your opinion.
Abby, yeah. Because sometimes I do something and then she makes Maddie show it to me, and it kind of gets annoying.
Oh, you can tell when Kenzie gets mad at Abby.
I get so mad.
Like,
She goes, go out of the room, and come back in, and put a smile on her face. And you came back in, and you're like,
You guys are together like 24/7 and you know each other so well. And in every group, there's kind of a specific person, like a funny one, a crazy one.
I'm like the funny one.
you know what? You're the silly one.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one who's always
Okay, yeah.
silly. Like whenever everybody's like just sitting down, you're always like, oh, look what I can do.
I have a different opinion than them.
She's gonna be like, I'm the bossy one.
Well,
probably.
you're bossy to me, and
Because you're my sister.
okay, but also when
I'm the mean one. I
no,
know.
listen. When things don't go your way, you get
Excuse
mad.
me?
When things don't get when.
But that's not a personality.
When you don't get your
That's
way,
not a personality.
You get mad.
That is not a personality.
So you're like a crybaby to me, not to them, to me.
I'm not a crybaby.
Okay, that is her opinion.
Well, it's not funny that she just called me a crybaby.
Oh. Kenzie, go ahead. Tell me what you think I am.
Well, let's see. Annoying,
So
mean, stupid.
Oh,
You're
wow.
also bossy. You try to be the boss of me.
Can I have some popcorn over here?
You're
Okay, I know you guys are angry at each other, but at the end of the day, y'all still love each other, right?
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kenzie, you are a good sister, and I wouldn't want to trade anybody for you. And I wish I could sing like you.
No.
I wish I could dance like you. But I also
wish I could sing
wish I could just dance like myself, so I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go again.
Give each other a hug. Oh, so cute.